How did you crazy kids get together?
Dating service.
Brought to you by Match.com. How did the conversation begin?
I got an offer for the movie out of nowhere, and I was like 3 weeks. There's 3 weeks left of shooting the last Twilight movie.
That was that movie about vampires, right?
Yeah.
Kidding.
And I read it and I kind of loved it, and then I suddenly realized afterwards what the implication of getting an offer for a movie was, where you actually had to do it afterwards, and it terrified me. And I couldn't even, because actors, you spend pretty much your entire career bullshitting directors or bullshitting everybody,
right,
to make out that you know what you're talking about and you know what you're doing, when you know nothing. I knew David had done the script, and I knew about his work and kind of how he was as a person. I knew I couldn't really bullshit him. So I was terrified of even making the phone call saying yes or no. So I basically called him up and said, I don't know what it's about, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know why you offered it to me. But it was just like...
Way to sell. And I bet your agent loved that.
And I said, you're the man I want.
Now,
receptive.
In return to getting a yes out of him, it looked like you locked him in a car for about, I don't know, a month or so.
I think there are a lot of people in this audience who wouldn't mind doing that. I got there first, sorry. But of course, it wasn't a real car. It was a kind of Lego modular, 24 pieces come apart. You can split it sideways and lengthwise, and the top comes off. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, that aspect of it was a lot of fun, and I really liked...
Well, shooting it, but I mean, you're trapped in that seat.
Yeah, but I mean, eventually you kind of... The thing, I think James Gandolfini was saying, like, if he would try and make every scene, try and figure out a way to sit down in it. Like, it's a really good tip as an actor. Everything becomes easier as soon as you sit down in a seat. Like, you should figure out every single bit of blocking just to have a seat in it. And if not a seat, a bed is even better.
Those are words to live by.
Part of what goes on in the film is this guy is an unconscionably wealthy person at a very young age, 28 years old, and he manipulates cyber capital, as you say, at sort of the roll of a fingertip, and has he has a skill with money, but not a significant attachment to it. He seems sort of happiest when he's losing it. So did anything you learned about money come into play on this film?
I don't know. I mean, because I really don't want to say it, but I think it's probably the case. I probably have a very similar relationship with money. I mean, like, however small or large the amount, it still seems relatively fictional. I mean, I have the same relationship with money, I guess, as I do with like success or failure. Like, it's just imposter. I mean, it's just kind of, it is a fiction. I mean.
Well, in a way, you're like your character. You don't really see it. Someone tells you probably have some money somewhere.
I'd say you're broke now. I'm like,
yes.
He spends all his money on clothes, as you can see.
What attracted you to this book in the first place, where you read it? And this is obviously one of America's great contemporary authors, and he's told stories for the ages. But what about this book drew you in and said, this character is compelling, I need to make a movie about it?
Well, it's the dialogue. I mean, I really, as for Rob, I mean, Don DeLillo, in all his books, writes incredible dialogue. But because it's a novel and not like a playwright like Harold Pinter, who also writes incredible dialogue, you never get to hear it spoken. And I thought, I would really love to hear some wonderful actors speaking this dialogue.
What made you think Rob could pull all that off?
I'm still not sure. We're working on it. You do your homework as a director. I watched not just the Twilight movies that existed at the time, but Remember Me and. And a movie you might not have seen called Little Ashes. Now, in that movie, he plays a young Salvador Dali, and I think that was a very, what we would say courageous. I mean, it's a very complex character. He does it with a Spanish accent.
What can't you do, Rob Pattinson?
This is a Spanish accent which I learned off watching interviews with the manager of Liverpool Football Club. That was my dialect coach.
But you see, that's totally legitimate. I mean, it doesn't matter how you manage to do it.
Rob, did you see your character as evil?
Not at all. No.
Callow?
Yeah, a little self-obsessed. I mean, that's kind of. But I mean, not evil at all. I mean, I've read things, people saying he's like a monster, and it's like, no, it's kind of. I always saw it as relatively hopeful when I was playing it. I mean, he's reaching for something, yeah, he's not. He's not trying to hurt other people, even though he sort of theoretically is. Like he has no.
With
intention.
the flick of a wrist, he's hurting a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's all it's fiction. His relationship with empathy is very. It's kind of, he doesn't really understand it very much.
Yeah, when he was in the Montessori line where they handed out empathy, I think they had run out.
But the whole story, I think a lot of it, I mean, well, one of my ideas about it was, that's what he's trying to find. I mean, and he kind of gets it for a second at the end when he tells Paul Giamatti, he tells Benno, I could tell you my life's changed in the course of the day, and it has. And so he has that few seconds of being himself, and he suddenly, that's who he is, I think.
So you and Paul Giamatti for 22 minutes, probably quite a bit of fun for you professionally.
This funny thing about Paul, because everyone basically has the same opinion of Paul. Everyone thinks he's like a genius. And,
He is.
And he does not realize at all. It's the strangest thing. It's like he's never acted before, and it's not even vaguely fake humility. I mean, he doesn't even know what he's done, and so he turns up and he's absolutely petrified to do this scene, saying exactly the same stuff I was saying at the beginning. Say like, I don't understand what it's about. Like, I don't know. I have no idea how to do it. And so it kind of calmed me down a little bit.
Actually, it's funny because Paul Giamatti didn't know that he was British, and he said to me, "Why is this guy putting on this fake British accent? It's kind of freaking me out." And
We've all experienced a young actor who's gotten a little bit of success, and suddenly
they talk like a Brit.
There's something mid-Atlantic about how they talk, and it's like, dude, you're from Wichita. What are you doing? The movies are almost all about human beings morphing and changing into monsters, more or less.
Well,
sorta.
Creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you have to actually have monsters to work with. And because what people forget, and because of the publicity and behind the scenes and all that stuff, and the intensity and the money, and is that it's like you're like children playing in a sandbox. You really are. I mean, you're putting on funny clothes that aren't your clothes, and mustaches and funny accents, and you're pretending to be people you're not. And you're playing that you're killing someone, or you're doing this, or you're driving a car and you're not really, but you're fooling the audience because it looks like you're driving a car, and it's playful. I mean, there's a real childlike joy that can be had from movie making. That is wonderful, and that's what I look for, just in terms of the tone on the set. And when you get great people to play with, it's a terrific, it's a wonderful experience.